I've got to be honest, The Bad Batch was a lot better than I thought it would be. I mean, it is no Clone Wars, but after season 3, it still had me walking away with a emotional impact. And first, let's start off with the things that I didn't like. And there isn't a lot, but there's a couple things that were a little bit weird. First of all, I think there was a lot of storylines or plots that were set up that really just didn't go anywhere. I think one of the biggest ones was Crosshair's shaky hand. It just kind of showed up and they never really did anything with it. You never really saw him overcoming it. I feel like that was set up and they didn't do anything with it. I think another good example of this is Cody. I mean, he showed up for one episode and then was never seen again. I was kind of excited to see him again, and then he just kind of never showed up. So it was nice to see him after Order 66, but I feel like there could have been a lot more done there. Another thing that kind of bogs down the show for me is filler. I don't actually mind filler that much. I think some of the best Clone Wars episodes were actually filler, but it got very repetitive very fast, with every other episode being going to Sid and doing a mission for her. But if you can look past those minor flaws, you are really going to enjoy this show. I remember when the Bad Batch first appeared in Clone Wars Season 7, and I thought they were okay characters, but I didn't really care about them. After watching this show, the best thing that it does is make you care about the characters. And this show actually made the Bad Batch some of my favorite clones of all time, and I was not expecting that going into this. Speaking of characters I never thought I was going to like, Crosshair is by far one of the best characters in this show. I mean, it amazes me. I always hated this guy, but at the end of season 3, he might have been my favorite out of the whole group. His story arc was just amazing. I loved everything about it. And when he finally stands up and shoots that stupid Imperial dude, so good. But not only are the heroes great, the villains are amazing as well. Hemlock is one of my favorite villains in Star Wars. The way that he's voice acted is amazing. It makes you feel intimidated by him, and just overall such an interesting villain, and personally just a much better villain than Admiral Rampart. And I didn't hate him, but I also didn't love him. Hemlock for me just steals the show. And speaking of Admiral Rampart, I love that he doesn't get a character arc. He will do anything to get power, and it's such in his character to just betray everybody, and it ultimately is what gets him killed, which I'm also happy about. I know it kind of sounds like I'm glazing the show, and I kind of am, but I just really love the character work. I think that's what makes this show how good it is. Like, it's nothing like super special, but the character work in it is so good. The characters are so strong. It makes you attached to the characters. And speaking of that, they killed Tech, who is my favorite. I'm not very happy about that. I'm not going to talk about it. Another character who I did not think that I was going to really like in the show was Nala Se. Never even really thought of her as a character before, and this show made me really like her. She was a really good character in this show, which is definitely not something that I thought I would ever say. There is so much about this show that you could talk about, but what I keep going back to is the characters. The characters drive this show because, yes, sometimes the filler episodes are boring, sometimes the writing isn't the best, but the characters make this show what it is, and it made me fall in love with pretty much every character in it, which is kind of all you can ask for in a Star Wars story. And yes, the animation is amazing. The voice acting is top notch. Everything is great, but really the characters are what drives this home. So if you haven't seen this show yet, and you're looking for maybe a comfort show, or you're curious of what happens to a lot of the clones after the Clone Wars, or if you just love Star Wars, this is definitely the show for you. I know I am way late on this show, but I just watched it and I had to put this in a video because I really love this show. And it's no Clone Wars, but it's pretty freaking good.